I just released a video on how to leverage media to build influence and grow your business. And today I want to talk about how to avoid common mistakes people are making when they are trying to do this. So often I see great coaches, consultants, professional entrepreneurs who are doing amazing things out there, but there's such a disconnect. And so all of their work and time and energy and maybe even money is not getting the traction that it could because they make these mistakes. So let's dive in. Very quickly, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, do that right now. Hit the notification so you don't miss any content. And if you have not seen video 1 to this 2-part video series about how to leverage media to grow your influence and your business, then make sure you go and check that out. I'll post the link right above. All right, so what are the common mistakes people make when they are trying to grow their influence and grow their business through media? Well, the very first mistake is they don't have a clear strategy. If you lack a strategy, everything's going to be scattered, which also means it's going to be ineffective. You're not going to get the results you might have been hoping for. So you want to really define the goals of what you're trying to accomplish and then develop the plan to achieve them. So get a strategy in place. The second thing you want to be cautious of is to ignore analytics. Now, I did have someone say to me the other day on LinkedIn, and I'd been on LinkedIn for years. He saw that I was running a LinkedIn workshop to teach people how to grow their business on LinkedIn. And he said, I've been on here for years, but he said, I've never really been able to get it to work. He said, I haven't figured out the algorithms. Okay. I am not talking about algorithms. I'm talking about analytics. You don't need to worry about the algorithms if you're doing things in the right way. You will get visible, you will get seen, but you don't want to ignore the analytics. And here's why, especially when you're playing a bigger game and you're doing a lot more, you've leveled up your business, and now you're putting out content, you're trying to attract bigger opportunities, you're trying to attract bigger clients. Well, they won't often engage on your content on social media. A lot of times you won't get the amount of engagers maybe you were hoping for because these are typically busier people. And so this is why the analytics are so important, because the analytics will show you, hey, 1,000 people saw this post. Maybe you only had 2 or 3 people that actually engaged on that post, but that's because maybe your target audience is spot on. The people that you're really wanting to attract are seeing it, they are watching it, they're looking at it, but they're not necessarily clicking that, thumbs up button or the like or the heart. But it doesn't mean they're not seeing it. So this is why the analytics are so important. So make sure you're tuning into the analytics. One of the things that I like to help people do on LinkedIn, for example, is when they post video versus a post, go look at the analytics and see what people are most resonating with. Are they liking the videos more, or are they liking the post? And again, I'm not necessarily talking about how many likes you got or how many comments you got. I'm talking about how many views did you get? How many people saw that post that you put up, or how many people saw that video? And then you can start structuring your content to be relevant to the audience that you're trying to attract. Now, you also want to make sure, though, that you have the right people in your audience so that the analytics can really be dialed in. Also, with the analytics, especially on LinkedIn, it will tell you even job titles, who viewed your post and your content. So all of these things are super important, especially as you're trying to grow and scale your business. All right, the third mistake people make is over promotion. I know you have a lot of things going on. You are doing a lot of great things, but you don't want to only use social media for promotion for you, for yourself. Now, I love to promote client results. I love to promote what my clients are doing. I love to promote other people. For example, if I put people on my podcast, I'm promoting them. But all of that still helps my brand and still helps build my business and my influence in the market. But what you won't see is me consistently trying to sell over and over again with every post. That gets to be too much for people, and that will often cause you to lose people from your audience versus build your audience. So be careful about over promotion. Even though you're doing great things, there are great places to put those things so that they're still seen. For example, on LinkedIn, they give you a featured section on LinkedIn where if you just released a book, you can put that in that featured section. It will stay on that platform and people will be able to see your featured items when they come to your profile. So there's a lot of great ways to still promote yourself. And I'm not saying don't promote yourself. You do need to do that. But it's also great when other people promote you too, because that is even better for building your influence. But make sure that you're not too over promotional. Just like if you think about like email campaigns, right? You're not promoting in every email. You're giving value, you're educating, you're sharing with your audience, you're giving tips, you're really engaging with that audience, but then you can promote right after you do maybe 3 or 4 emails where you're giving and giving and giving and serving, then you can promote. Okay, number 4 is neglecting engagement. One thing that I see people do is they post and then they go away. They don't engage with people that engage with them. And this is a huge mistake. I know it's time consuming. I know that it can sometimes feel a bit daunting to do this, but here's the thing. If you don't do it, you're missing opportunities to grow your business because every single engagement that you interact with is an opportunity to maybe turn into a conversation, which can then maybe turn into business. See, business comes from conversations. So you don't want to miss those opportunities to have conversations with people that are engaging on your content. Also, when people are engaging on your content and you go and engage back and you really get active with that, it will really help you get more reach because now more people will see it. So the more active you are on a post that you put up or on some content that you put out there, the more active you are and the more comments that get made, of course, the more reach that is going to get. So don't neglect engagement. It's super, super important. Also, don't take days to get back to people or to engage because by then they have already moved on. They are already on to the next thing and you're missing those opportunities. All right, number 5, the 5th mistake is inconsistent branding. I have to tell you, I see people out there that had maybe built a brand years ago that is not even aligned with what they do now. It doesn't even make sense. They're still calling themselves some name that they were known for back then, but now they're doing completely different things in their business. And so now there's this confusion with their brand, or maybe the message isn't cohesive. So I see you one way on Instagram and then I see you another way on YouTube, and I don't really know what you do. So you want to make sure that you have consistent branding. That means your colors, the look, that's your branding, right? But also the message that you have out there, what you want to be known for, who you work with, how you help people. All of this consistency strengthens your brand identity and it makes you more recognizable. One thing that I get told a lot is when I'm on podcasts, I'm almost always in blue because blue is my brand. You can see it across all of my social channels. You can see it on my website. That bright blue is my brand. And sure, I dress in other colors. I'm not in blue right now, but I dress in other colors. But when I'm on a podcast, for example, as a guest, and I know that podcast is going to be videotaped, or I'm on a stage, typically I'm always in my brand colors. You will always see me in some sort of bright blue, whether that's with white or whether that's with black or gray or whatever. I'm always in those brand colors so that people identify the color of my brand. And it's more that consistency, right? The way our mind works. And the same thing with your logo and all of those things that you're doing to build your brand. Well, make sure that your message and what you want to be known for is also cohesive to strengthen your brand identity. So I hope you found these 5 mistakes to avoid valuable so that you're not making them and you can get a lot better results in everything that you're doing out there online and to grow your business and grow your influence. So if you need some help building your influence, building your brand, growing your business with high-level clients, getting to that $1 million or more with a handful of high-end clients, then reach out to me, because that is what I do. So I'm Ann Carden. Have an amazing day. God bless you. Bye-bye.